It was the month of October 2022. Former kickboxing champion Andrew Tate, widely known as Top G, and famous TV host Piers Morgan stepped into the ring for a game of chess. Andrew had a strong background in chess, and Piers was a student champ, so this was going to be a fun game to say the least. Andrew was making fun of Piers even before the game started by jokingly calling him racist.
That's racist, Piers.
And telling everyone to cancel Piers Morgan.
Cancel Piers Morgan.
They both laughed it out, and the game started with the Queen's Gambit, where Andrew Tate aggressively opened with pawn d4, and Piers responded with pawn d5. Andrew played pawn c4, putting pressure on Piers' pawn structure. Piers tried to defend with pawn e6 and declined the gambit. At this moment, Andrew asked Piers if he was okay.
Are you good, Piers?
Well,
Are you
clearly,
going to destroy me?
And Piers replied that he was already better in that position.
clearly from this opening, better than you.
It was a strange comment to make, given that the game had just started. Piers made an unusual move with knight c6, which was acceptable but not a popular move. Andrew countered with bishop f4, putting more pressure on Piers' pawn structure. Piers tried to counterattack with bishop b4, but it didn't deter Andrew from his plans. Andrew played pawn e3, entering the London setup, and Piers responded with bishop takes c3. Andrew recaptured with pawn b takes c3, opening up the b file and unfortunately doubling up his own pawns, as he knew that everything has a price. Piers could have just developed his pieces, but instead he responded with queen h4, which was a bit strange. Andrew easily countered this by going bishop to g3 and knight to f3. After taking a few moments to analyze the position, Mr. Tate said, "Thank you for the free pawn," and grabbed the c7 pawn. He then immediately went after Black's queen. As Black had made a knight development previously, there was not enough breathing room for the queen. It was obvious that the queen did not belong there. After a knight move to keep the queen hunt going, Andrew showed off his luxurious yacht to Morgan.
Haven't you ever thought that when you look at a yacht in Dubai,
You're running out of time.
Morgan may have taken that personally as he blundered and lost a full queen. He realized his mistake and screamed out in pain as Andrew gained a 9-point advantage by grabbing the queen.
I know what you're
fine,
doing.
I'll just take your queen.
Oh, God!
I'll just take your queen.
Damn it!
I was trying to give you a little speech there. You didn't want to listen to
No,
it.
The next moves represented Piers' genuine fear, and after some few moves and exchanges, Black tried to sneak up on White's undefended pawn with his light square bishop by pushing a pawn. However, there was no counterplay for Black whatsoever. It was only a matter of time before Tate showed Morgan what it takes to be a top G. Andrew castled, and Morgan gave him a free target by pushing pawn to g3. Andrew immediately went for it. The surprising fact is that it was the top move recommended by the engine, and Andrew saw it instantly. That proved that he knew what he was doing. The reason this move was stunning was that after pawn captures and queen captures, Black's knight and pawn would both hang. Despite his glory days in chess as a student, Piers fell right into Andrew's trap. Then he cried in silence as Andrew took his pawn and knight down in a remarkable fashion. After the move bishop to e3, there was about a minute left on the clock.
Check.
The question is, can you beat me in time? You've only got 50 seconds.
Check.
Morgan was clearly under so much pressure, but what he did next might shock you. He gave up his two perfectly healthy rooks one by one. Now I'm feeling a bit sorry for him. Despite Andrew Tate's lack of time, he launched an attack to finish the game, marching his pawns and setting up the Black king for a perfect checkmate. After a few moves, Andrew played pawn to d6, declaring mate in 2. Technically mate in 3, but close enough.
Yeah, you can have that. Doesn't matter. It's mate in 2. Check.
In a desperate attempt to go out with a bang, Piers Morgan captured the white rook. However, this move was futile as Andrew had already set up a stylish checkmate. With a touch of humor, Andrew quipped, "I'm sorry, Piers, but you can't hide your king in a rabbit hole anymore."
Mate. Good,
Ah!
good game, sir.
Well played.
Thank you.
This game demonstrated that chess can be both entertaining and strategic, and Andrew declared himself the unbeatable top G once again, in front of millions of people in London.
You're good at chess.
Thank you.
You have to be. You just beat me.